Hello, dear Homypedia family. What if a small home could feel like a private Mediterranean villa? Not because it is large, but because every step leads toward light, shade, fragrance, and a quiet courtyard at the center of daily life. Today, we are walking through a tiny courtyard villa filled with warm white walls, rustic wood, terracotta floors, arched openings, climbing greenery, and the kind of peaceful atmosphere that makes a modest home feel calm, generous, and deeply romantic. At first glance, the house looks simple. A modest wall, a wooden gate, and a few clay pots resting in the sun. But the real magic is hidden inside. This is not just a small home with a patio. It is designed around a gentle outdoor room, a private sanctuary that brings daylight, fresh air, and beauty into almost every corner. For anyone who has dreamed of a Mediterranean villa, but thought it required a large property, this design offers a softer possibility. It proves that a small home can still have a sense of arrival, a feeling of retreat, and that wonderful moment when your shoulders relax the instant you step inside. And as we move through the villa, notice one important secret. The courtyard is not leftover space. It is the emotional heart of the home. The rooms borrow light from it. They look into it. They become more peaceful because this little open-air room is always nearby. The story begins at the entrance, where the villa chooses privacy over display. Instead of a broad glass front or a busy facade, we see a modest plaster wall softened by vines and sunlight. This is one of the oldest Mediterranean lessons. Do not reveal everything at once. Let the home feel protected. Let the visitor move from the street into a slower world. A small wooden gate becomes the first emotional threshold. Its weathered surface, iron latch, and rounded top bring a handmade feeling before we even step inside. On each side, terracotta pots might hold rosemary, lavender, or a young olive tree. These are not only decorations. They create scent, texture, and a sense of place. In a tiny home, the first impression has to work harder. And here the entrance already whispers, "You are leaving the noise behind." Just beyond the gate, the walkway narrows for a moment. When a passage is slightly compressed, the space that follows feels more generous. The walls may be close, but they are bright, textured, and alive with shadows. A small lantern adds an old-world touch. The floor might be limestone, patterned tile, or terracotta pavers laid in a soft, imperfect rhythm. Then the courtyard opens. This is the main reveal, a small open-air room surrounded by the home. It may be only a few steps wide, but because it reaches upward to the sky, it feels full of breath. A single olive tree or citrus tree stands slightly off-center. Beneath it, a small stone bench, a cafe table, or two woven chairs create a place for morning tea. The sound of a tiny wall fountain gives the courtyard a living presence. The magic is not in luxury, it is in focus. Instead of filling the courtyard with too many features, the design chooses a few memorable elements. One tree, one water sound, one textured wall, one beautiful patch of shade. This restraint is what makes the small space feel elegant. Many small homes become crowded because every corner is asked to do too much. Here, the courtyard is allowed to breathe. Now look at how the rooms gather around it. The living area opens through an arched glass door or narrow French doors. The kitchen may have a window facing the courtyard, so even preparing coffee comes with a view of leaves and sunlight. A bedroom may borrow light through a high window or shuttered opening. This is the quiet brilliance of courtyard living. One beautiful space improves several rooms at once. In a small home, light is not only practical, it changes the feeling of the day. Morning light across a white plaster wall can make the living room feel fresh and awake. Afternoon shadows from a vine-covered pergola can cool the dining nook. Evening lanterns in the courtyard can make the whole villa feel like a retreat. When the center of the plan is alive with natural light, the home never feels sealed or heavy. The Mediterranean palette supports this feeling beautifully. The walls are warm white, not cold white. They have a soft, hand-applied texture that catches shadow and makes the home feel older, calmer, and more human. The floors use earthy tones: terracotta, sand, honeystone, or pale clay. Wood appears in beams, shutters, shelves, and door frames. These materials create depth without clutter. Inside the living area, the design stays gentle and compact. A built-in sofa along one wall saves floor space and brings the relaxed lounge feeling of an old Mediterranean house. Cushions in linen, oatmeal, olive, or faded blue add softness without overwhelming the room. A small round table replaces a heavy coffee table, allowing easier movement and a more open feeling. The room does not need a dramatic feature wall. The courtyard is the feature. In many small homes, the eye has nowhere restful to land, so the room feels busy. Here, the eye naturally moves toward the arch, the tree, the sunlight, and the gentle movement outside. The view becomes decoration, so the interior can remain simple. The kitchen follows the same philosophy. It may be small, but it feels charming because it uses honest materials and good proportion. Open wood shelves display only the most beautiful everyday objects. White bowls, ceramic mugs, glass jars, perhaps a small pot of basil. Lower cabinets in warm cream or muted sage keep the room grounded. If there is a tiny window above the sink facing the courtyard, the kitchen becomes one of the sweetest places in the home. Next, notice the dining nook. Instead of a formal dining room, the villa may use a built-in bench tucked beside the courtyard doors. This saves space and creates intimacy. A round table softens circulation, and a woven pendant lamp adds warmth in the evening. During the day, the courtyard provides the mood. At night, the lamp and lanterns turn the same corner into a little Mediterranean supper scene. This relationship between inside and outside is what makes the home feel larger. The dining area may be physically small, but when the doors are open, it borrows the courtyard. The living room may be compact, but when the eye travels outside, the room feels deeper. Even a bedroom can feel calmer when it has a framed glimpse of leaves, plaster, and sky. Now let us return to the courtyard, because this is where the design secrets come together. The first secret is enclosure. The courtyard feels magical because it is held by walls. Without enclosure, it would simply be a patio. With enclosure, it becomes a private outdoor room. The second secret is vertical beauty. Vines, tall shutters, wall lanterns, and the upward shape of arches draw the eye toward the sky. The third secret is shade. Mediterranean homes understand that shade is not darkness. Shade is comfort. A small pergola with timber beams, a linen canopy, or a climbing grapevine can soften the sun and create patterned light. In a small courtyard, patterned shade is almost like moving artwork. It changes through the day, giving the home a gentle rhythm. The fourth secret is sound. Even a tiny fountain can change the emotional quality of a home. It masks street noise, creates calm, and makes the courtyard feel alive. For a small villa, a wall-mounted fountain is often better than a large basin because it saves floor space while still giving that soothing water presence. The fifth secret is consistency. The courtyard and interior should feel related. When the same warm whites, woods, clay tones, and natural textures repeat gently from outside to inside, the villa feels unified. The small footprint begins to feel intentional, not limited. As we imagine living here, the daily rhythm becomes easy to picture. In the morning, the courtyard is cool and bright. Coffee is poured and light falls across the terracotta floor. At midday, the pergola casts shade and the living room stays calm. In the evening, lanterns glow against the plaster. Dinner is served near the open doors, and the little villa feels far away from the rush of the world. And now, as we take one last look across the courtyard, the lesson becomes beautifully clear. A tiny Mediterranean villa does not need grand rooms to feel luxurious. It needs a thoughtful sequence, a protected entrance, honest materials, soft light, and one unforgettable heart space where the home can breathe. This little courtyard changes everything. It turns a compact floor plan into a sanctuary. It gives the living room a view, the kitchen a moment of joy, the bedroom a sense of calm, and the entire home a quiet rhythm from morning to night. It reminds us that charm is not measured only in square feet. Sometimes charm is measured in the sound of water, the shadow of leaves, the warmth of a wall, and the feeling of privacy in a busy world. If you are dreaming of a small home, perhaps the most important question is not, how much space can I have? But where will the soul of the home live? For this villa, the answer is the courtyard. For your own home, it might be a garden corner, a sunny porch, a window seat, or a simple outdoor table beneath a tree. If this tiny courtyard villa gave you ideas or a little spark of inspiration, please give this video a like. Share it with someone who loves peaceful homes, Mediterranean charm, or small spaces with big feeling. And if you enjoy slow, soulful home walkthroughs like this, subscribe to Homypedia for more calming design secrets and timeless ideas. Tell me in the comments, would you use the courtyard for morning coffee, quiet reading, evening dinner, or simply listening to the fountain? Thank you for walking with me today. Until our next home tour, may your own space, whatever its size, hold a little more light, a little more peace, and a little more magic.